Doing more with less money. This is what the European Council believes with the adoption of the conclusions of the MFF, the European Union's Multiannual Financial Framework 2014-2020. For the first time in history, the EU budget has been reduced. As a first reaction, the leaders of the biggest political groups in the European Parliament underlined in a joint statement that they cannot accept the deal reached by the European Council. MEPs debated the EU's long-term budget with European Council President Herman Van Rompuy and Commission President José Manuel Barroso here in the European Parliament. Herman Van Rompuy, President of the European Council, presented and defended the new 7-year EU budget, which was agreed after 24 hours of negotiations during the last EU summit. In an attempt to head off the threat of a revolt in the European Parliament, which rejects the deal, he said that the European Union is going to spend more money on research and development.
Spending on heading 1A, which includes research and innovation, cross-border energy, transport and digital networks, Galileo and Erasmus. It rises by 37.3% compared to the previous MFF, 37.3%. Furthermore, this rise is on a steady trend, so that by the final year it will have risen by over 40%. 40%. Compared to the current situation, it is a significant improvement.
José Manuel Barroso, President of the European Commission, also defended the agreement on the MFF.
The level of 960 billion euros in commitments and 908.4 billion euros in payments was the balance struck between a majority of member states who had supported the Commission's proposals throughout the negotiations and a smaller group of some net contributors who insisted on deeper cuts.
The European Parliament didn't accept the deal in the European Council as it is. In a joint declaration, the leaders of the 4 biggest groups of the European Parliament said that we regret that Mr. Van Rompuy did not talk and negotiate with us in the last months. Reacting to Van Rompuy's presentation, the chairman of the EPP Group, José, reiterated that this budget is unacceptable.
I'm worried by this turn of events. After such a summit, Europe is heading in the wrong direction. We cannot shirk our responsibilities and set Europeans against each other. I sometimes get the impression that solidarity has become a rude word. And, regrettably, I have the impression that the in word for the moment is rebate, as if to illustrate a Europe that is devalued and absorbed in national egoism.
At the end of his speech, Chairman Daul clearly defined the wish for a revision of the budget.
What we want, President Van Rompuy, is a firm commitment to a revision clause in 2 to 3 years to allow the new Parliament to revisit this budget, because we will never accept a 7-year austerity budget. What we are asking for, President Van Rompuy, is the introduction of real flexibility between budget lines and between years. It is the efficiency of the financial framework at stake. What we expect, finally, is the implementation of own resources, so that the EU budget will never again be subject to politicians' whims.
Now is the turn of the European Parliament, which has the final word by voting for or against the agreement. It will be a hard battle. The answer is coming up. Stay tuned to the EPP Group's Web TV. Thank you for watching. See you again soon. And don't forget, there is more on this topic on our website, eppgroup.eu.